Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm Dane Craig, and we want to introduce you to some friends that we have here that are doing some really good work here in the community. People's Health Clinic, maybe you've heard about that. Nann Worel is here with us. And Nann, you have Alan Haig with you to your right. And we're going to talk to Alan here in just a quick second. But Nann, tell us about the People's Health Clinic. As if, you know, we've heard this before, and maybe someone that is new to the area doesn't understand all of the services and really how deeply entrenched in the community the People's Health Clinic really is. Can you explain a little bit about it?
Sure. Our clinic is 11 years old. We started in a mobile van, 11 years old. It really pulled up in parking lots to see patients, and now we've evolved. We have a 5,000 square foot beautiful clinic out at Quinn's Junction. We serve only the uninsured of Summit and Wasatch counties, and that's the only criteria for care, is you have to live in one of those two counties and you have to have no form of health insurance at all. We provide general medical care and prenatal care. We do a lot of education. We do a lot of chronic illness care. And then we have a lot of specialists that collaborate with us, all the way from acupuncturists and chiropractors and physical therapists to all sorts of different medical specialties.
So things have obviously changed quite a bit in the last 11 years. You've seen some incredible growth.
We have. In our first year, we saw about 700 patients. This year, we're going to see about 10,000 patient visits. So it's just grown straight up.
That's
over
great.
The last
and you know,
10 years.
One of the segments of the community is Eyecare, which is why Alan is here. Alan, you're with Eyecare for Kids.
As a volunteer.
As a volunteer.
Yes,
Alan is also an old friend. We go back in time, and we won't bore you with the details, but Alan is also the operations manager of a major broadcast group in Salt Lake City. And in your spare time, you're working with this foundation to help kids be able to get eyewear and to help them with eye exams. In fact, why don't you explain exactly what you do?
Well, Eyecare for Kids was founded several years ago, and over the last few years, we've served over 35,000 kids who, frankly, could not afford eyeglasses, but had been diagnosed with visual problems. They couldn't see the blackboard. They and as a result of that, we were able to form a nonprofit organization, which basically provides free eyeglasses for those in the community who, again, can't afford those kinds of services. And we're each year we're now providing about 6,000 kids. This is primarily in Salt Lake County. So we've now, through our partnership, which is announced today, we're about to begin this partnership and begin serving Park City and Summit counties. We also have a satellite program where we actually take a trailer. We call that trailer Seymour.
I think that's funny.
And the trailer has all of the facilities in it to go and do outreach programs. And so Seymour will be up here as well. And at the same time, we also take Seymour out onto the Indian reservations in southern Utah and provide services for children who, again, can't see the blackboard. And many of these things, many of the frames and many of the lenses and everything are donated by optical companies and by people who recognize the great service that is being provided.
So that brings up a great question in my mind. Can the general public get involved with donations, or if there are you know, some of these eyewear companies locally that want to do something, can they get involved with Eyecare for Kids?
Absolutely, and you know, through our website, through donations to our, through the clinic here, but that could be directly to Eyecare for Kids. But again, our goal is to serve the constituency of Utah, people who are less fortunate. We have been talking about plans to expand further into Nevada and also into other satellite cities within Utah, Provo area, Ogden area, Tooele, and those are plans that we're working on. But I think one of the things that is so great about the Park City Clinic and the People's Clinic is that this is really our first satellite clinic other than Seymour that we can actually use. And we're going to take some of our patients up here, the people who are less fortunate, who can't get those eyeglasses for their kids, will come and see us at the clinic and her patients, Nann's patients as well, will also see the people there too.
Nann, what kind of numbers are we talking about here in Park City and in Summit County in general?
I wish we knew. I think that there's much greater demand than any of us are aware even exists out there. Our clinic sees about 85% of our patients have some sort of underlying chronic disease. Diabetes is the most prevalent of that. Every diabetic patient that we have needs a dilated eye exam at least once a year, and so we're thrilled that we're going to have this opportunity to provide that service for them. Over the last several years, Dr. Jeff Tabin, who is this phenomenal ophthalmologist, has been a great volunteer with us, along with some of his medical residents. And our demand is just greater than he and his residents can meet. So we're excited to be able to add this other component to the vision services we already have.
What a great merger. What a great partnership. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alan, it's great to see you again.
It's great to see you. We, as Dane mentioned, we worked together in radio stations in the past.
Talk in your radio voice for a second, Alan.
Well, that's it. Just like yours, you know. So.
No, really, I was joking with Nann off camera that it's great to see a fellow broadcaster, and Alan and I are closer than just, you know, fellow broadcasters in Salt Lake. We've known each other for years. But I'm glad to see you get out of the office and get involved in some of the, you know, outreach programs, because we've talked about this for years about how everybody can give a little something and get involved, and it's great to see that you're involved with something that you're passionate about. And what a great organization, Alan, to be involved in.
It is a great organization, and I think as a broadcaster, you kind of naturally get involved in organizations that are trying to serve others.
Right.
And
well, it's your opportunity to give back.
And I kind of get to pick and choose. So I feel very fortunate that this is the one that I've ended up with for now, and we try to.
Well, it's a great organization.
Not do too many at the same time.
Well, and I think it's funny that you have Seymour, because back in the day, remember when we had that old motorhome that we used to broadcast from? We called it Hear More. Nann Worel from People's Health Clinic, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Alan Hay from Simmons Media Group, thank you for being here. And Kids Eyecare for Kids. It's great to have you here, and lots of luck with this new partnership.
Thank you. We're really excited about it.
All right. Real quickly, what about some websites that people can go to find out more about People's Health Clinic and also Eyecare for Kids? Ours is
www.peopleshealthclinic.org.
Okay.
And ours is the www again, and Eyecare for, with the number 4. Kids.com.
All right, there you go. Okay. All right, we're going to be coming right back with the Mountain Morning Show. Stay right there. Coming up here in just a little bit, we're going to start to wind things together, and we'll give you your answer to trivia coming up next.